Welcome to the Kitchen Aesthetically Pleasing Live. My name is Megan Quist. You can find all of my socials up in the corner, my idea list, and this one specifically, as well as just my kitchen one in general, have over 1,000 likes, so I've got a great assortment of organization jars and then just quick, easy finds that are under $10 to help make your life easier on a daily basis. I'm going to show you how easy it is, and we're going to fill some jars as well together. For each item spoken about, you can see a little bar above it, and that will be highlighted just so you know what we're talking about if you're jumping around this video later on. So with that, let's talk about our first item, a little bit of color for the kitchen. These come in various styles, colors, and sizes. You can get it with just a tray below it or something that will even stick to your wall. It's technically a seasoning box, but you can put basically anything in it. For example, here we've got a little cute scooper, and I've got some chocolate mint, just like protein powder flavor. And in the other one, I have some supplement powder as well. So with these, you may be thinking it doesn't exactly keep it fresh, it's not tight, but it does keep it fresh in there. And they're just a cute little pop of color. So for this one specifically, they have sold out of the pink, but there's still the navy. And you can get a 3-pack with the little tray for $13.99. And again, these are also super easy to wash. Don't have to worry about any sort of hooks, metal, anything like that. Another tried and true staple that you can use and repurpose around the home if you decide it's not for you in the kitchen anymore later on. A lot of the listings you will see have seashells in these jars, but your classic apothecary jar, essentially what the apothecary is alluding to, is just these fun glass shapes here. We've got various sizes behind me, but I have in here basically anything from snacks, baking supplies, or even those honey spoons. You could just do decor, little marbles, balls, coffee beans, anything in here. And again, the food does stay fresh. It looks cute. And then you can have just like the various stackings. I love to put 3 different ones next to each other. And again, they are easy to wash. The recommendation is to hand wash, but you know me, I put it in the dishwasher top rack and it does get it clean, nothing's broken, etc. So I have 2 different listings that I've gotten. We've got a 3-pack for $36.99 and then a 3-pack for $39.99 as well, just depending on what size or how many you want. There are plenty of apothecary jars. Just pour all of your food right on in. So we're going to head over to the other side of the kitchen, and I will also show you what I am wearing. So this is a cute little tennis dress, $32.99. The biggest feature is the bow in the back, and the one that I listed was the black coloring, just thinking more people would want a neutral. And then it's also got a little skirt, but a nice little fun athleisure item. So we're gonna swoop around. Now let's talk something for the refrigerator. These jars here, technically the listing is for the refrigerator, but as you can see, it is a Tupperware. You could use this anywhere in your kitchen if you wanted to put actual snacks or anything else in here. So you get a 6-pack for $28.99. It's currently 19% off, and then they also come with these little liners here if you are putting any sort of produce in there. The biggest feature is, as you can see here, they stack, and it's really a space saver. I think it's a great habit to get into once you grab all your groceries, if you do have time, to be able to just wash them and throw them in here, and then you don't have to worry about the bags and everything just taking up more space, etc. So I've got strawberries and kiwis in one, some lemons in the other, and they've got the various sizings, but it's just a great stackable option. This specific listing that I got comes in other colors, clear, green, and blue. So whether you want the color or not, it's honestly really subtle. And then the other feature is they do have this little squishy at the top. So if you do need something to let air out, or if you are just using this also as just like Tupperware to bring your food on the go, to work, etc., you do have some ventilation as well. Another item that can be used for both on-the-go food or just a container to put things in your kitchen are these quarter bowls. And I have got 4 different colors all stacked up here. You can tell I am a big fan of these. Yes, they are an investment, especially if you get the ceramic ones. These aren't as hard, but you can get ones that are more sturdy. And with these, the biggest feature is, yes, it's a little different that we've got this wrapped around strap, but it keeps everything secure in there. So even if you had soup, it will not spill. And they are very much easy to wash. With that, you'll just take it off. And to need be, you can take the liner off to really get things clean, and then just stick it all back together. They also do stack very well, and there are different sizes for smaller items, like you just wanted a side dish or dressings, etc. But I'd say the biggest feature and what's worth your investment with these porter bowls are just the secure feeling with these straps. I've had these for 3-4 years now, and the straps are still intact. With that, I would just make sure that when you are washing it, it doesn't get like scorching hot, as that may warp some things in here, but for the most part, you've got a great color assortment. I'm sure a lot of you will love this tannish color that I've got there. Now here's one of the fun kind of make your life easier items. So we're gonna head over to the sink. These right here is a little mat, and this round part here will go around the sink, and you'll set it right on down. With this, it just really helps prevent that calcium buildup that you will see around your sink. And I know with that, it's a pain to just kind of like set vinegar on there to try to get it off. With that, all of the water is splashing right onto that little silicone mat, and not your countertops, not your sink, etc. It's also got a nice little panel so that you can actually just see the water physically drop down. You can put a soap dispenser on there, sponges, etc. And I just love to throw it in the top rack of the dishwasher, need be if it needs a little washing. Another great item over here in the sink, which I use daily, mostly for my coffee frother, or like if I need to rinse off a spoon, etc., is this can be used in multiple places around the kitchen. But the great feature here is that you can adjust it to kind of set on whatever you need. And it's just a great way to get everything air dried, and then you're saving counter space here because you just got your other side of the sink that you probably weren't using regardless. So this one right now is 27% off, $21.99. Comes in various colors. Although my kitchen is white and grayish silver, I still got the gold, so you can find various colorways. There's also on my idea list some of these if you don't want the actual kind of thicker straps, just like a flat lay one that'll roll up, and that one's really small if you don't have much storage space. And with that as well, it's really easy to wash. Just wipe it down, or you could actually scrub the whole thing. If anything does spill on it, there's no rust or anything on there. Now, if you're like me, where you have over 9-foot ceilings and your cupboards go all the way up. I'm 5'6", so I will not be reaching the top. You are going to need a ladder. So I'll bring this one forward. I searched for so long to find an aesthetic color of this ladder. I didn't want just like a black and white or like a rubber looking one. So this one is $66.99 and it is a great ladder because it is such a space saver. So you can see how thin it is when it folds together. And then you can just flop it open and you've got your 3 steps here. And there's no sort of like locks or anything. So with this, it's just a great way to actually be able to reach everything. A fun item is for your microwave. I'm sure you've had some splatters. And for that, what you are going to want to do is cover your food. So of course you could just use paper towels, or there are lower priced listings which are just plastic. Personally, I don't want my microwave food to have plastic over the top of it. So this is great. It's silicone and then it's got glass, easy to wash. And also another great feature of this splatter cover is that you have different grooves here. So you can adjust how tall you want it to be. And 2, it's also great for storage wise. It does flop all the way down. So you can just like set it in with your Tupperware or your pots and pans, leave it in the microwave, etc. There's many uses for that. And it's also got the little ventilation holes at the top, of course. Another great jars are for things that you want extra secure are these glass ones here. And it is the Anchor Hawking brand. I have a few of those. They may be a little more expensive, but these really have lasted throughout the years. I got these probably 5 or 6 years ago. And they are currently 12% off. Again, you've got that nice little gradual shift of all the sizes in this listing. But it's just that great secure feeling that you've got the little rubber liner here. I've got some cocoa peanut butter powder in here. And with this as well, it's just great for baking supplies, protein powder, do chia seeds, snacks, nuts, etc. And then you can just see everything that you have. So for example, I'm sure if you go back into your pantry, you might have like 4 bags of chocolate chips or flour, baking soda, etc. So with this, I feel like because these take up more physical space, you're just going to be more aware of your kitchen inventory that you have at home. And of course too, you could always put a little sticker or a notes in your phone if you want to also just be aware of all of the expiration dates, since that will not be on here when you throw away the packaging. And of course too, you can always keep some of the other packaging in backstock if you do have space there as well, because not everything is always going to fit perfectly 1-to-1 ratio in the jars, but it's just that great stuff right in the front of your cupboard so you know what you have, and then you can have the rest back there. For another space saver, we've got a Lazy Susan back here in the corner. And I've got to bring the camera to follow me. For the Lazy Susan, these are just great to have multiple jars on here. We've got a few various of these around there, and then you can just spin it around and see everything versus what's kind of hidden in the back, and or you could have it up in the front. Always great just to have multiple items on there. So what I just held up was this glass jar set. I replaced the tops. It originally came with that wooden listing there. So you'll get 3 different sizes for $24.99. I bought 2 sets at once, and then I listed just the plain glass versus this one is more ribbed, but figured more people would want just a plain style. So with that, we are going to add some food to the jar. So basically, too, this is great if you are trying to have just like more healthy options or certain foods out, just to like remind yourself to have those, is when they're out in these jars, you can just see them, they're readily available. You can just pop them in. You don't even have to think about what you're gonna have for your snack, because it's just right out there ready for you. You can switch it up weekly, kind of make a little menu, etc. But look, that did not take any time at all. And now we've got our ready to grab nuts in the jar right there. And again, too, you can always get creative with these items, switch around the tops, etc. Just like these. So another great item that will be fun for either cereal. I know even as adults, a lot of us love cereal, especially all of the new brands. There's a lot of gluten-free, dairy-free, like the Magic Spoon. I love Catalina Crunch personally, but back here in the corner, we've got these little holsters that actually stick to the wall. And I got a 2-pack, but I put some trail mix in here. So that is the great thing as well, is you don't actually have to put just cereal in there, but it comes with this little cup below. So it's kind of like a little measuring cup as well. And then you just twist it and it will come out. There we go. We got some more trail mix there. These are easy to wash. And again, you have that great secure feeling. You can see the little rubber aligner right there. And also you got your little, just kind of like divots as another measuring point as to how much you have left. Simply just pour it in, pop the top on, stick this on the wall, and there you go. And also my kitchen is all tile. So with that, I just used a little bit of Gorilla Tape to secure the holster. But of course, if you have an actual wall, or it's your own home, you're not worried about rental putting the actual like holes in the wall, depending on what you want to use. These really are not heavy, so don't worry about having to like put a huge anchor in there, etc. But just kind of fun for anybody in your household. Just add a little spinny, kind of makes it feel like you're at a little diner or something. And then we had a question from M, where's your dress from? It's so cute. So that is at the start of this idea list. This is a little tennis dress that was a little over $30, and it comes in different colorways. But yeah, it's got the little bow in the back, and it's also got a built-in skirt and a built-in bra. For a little creative option, we've got, these are actually bitter bottles for alcohol, but I used them for soap. Technically, I've seen a lot of these also used for coffee syrups, and you get different tops with these. So of course I love gold. We've got the gold ones. You can also use just like the little silver balls. I guess they're actually more clear than silver. But there are different listings with different colorways, and again, you've got that great different size variations, little patterns here, etc. And then it just looks, I personally don't like having like a Dawn soap bottle sitting out, so we've got these. And of course too, if you don't have a little coffee bar or something, but those bottles are typically pretty tall for those syrups, this is just a great way to just have a little more compact, aesthetically pleasing area. You can have a little coffee ritual with your cute little holsters. And with these, they typically come in larger sets. So the one I got was a set of 6, so you could use some for multiple uses, any sort of liquids that you use, or just like have them out as a little cute decoration. Now here's something that is a little bit more on the pricey side, but it also has various uses. So this is a kitchen safe timer box, and these come in various sizes. Of course, this one is a little bit smaller. I did try to fit my iPhone in here, and it's too big, but with this, we have a little physical timer. So I'll come bring this one forward, and this is basically just, some people put medications in here, some people put, if you like had a cookie that you got or something and you don't want anybody in your house to eat it, or you want to like make sure you do X, Y, and Z tasks before you allow yourself to have it, you can set the timer. You just press down the button. So we'll do that. Or I guess right now it's set at 5 hours, so I might not want to press it. But you just press it down, you spin it, and then your timer is set. Once the timer is done, it will pop up and you can take it out. The only issue is that if you set it for too long, it's stuck closed. The batteries are on the inside here, but again, it's just great for anything that you do need to keep safe keeping, or if you do need some sort of motivation, etc. in here, or if you have like a really special truffle, just something random you want to keep safe, it's in here. And again too, you can use this with anything around the house as well. Another great item, as some people do put medications in here just to kind of remind themselves how much time they have left, or if they're not taking. This, as a disclaimer, is my own brand, but we've got 2 different little sizes for supplement cases as well. Just another thing to have prepped and on the go. So here is the gold style. And then for a larger size, we've got the charcoal style. And with this, you can fit quite a few larger supplements. Just slide it through, ready to throw in your bag, use on the go, etc. But just something kind of like pre-prepped in the front drawer. I love to use these, for example, if you have any sort of like fitness supplements like creatine or any sort of like brain boosters, and you just want to have something ready to go and grab and put in there, that's what I've got them for. Nice little item that you can again use around the house for various items, even like your plants, water, etc. We've got this oil sprayer, and with this in here I've got a little bit of olive oil and vinegar. But with this, it's just great because again, it looks nice. You can see everything, it's clear. And with this, basically just getting that nice misting aspect of oils versus just like pouring it out. And this is specifically also easy to clean, secure with the glass, and it just twist it and you got it here. And then it's got some nice little grooves on the top as well, so it's easy to grip. I've not had any sort of issues with this spray bottle. So this one is currently 50% or 47% off at $9.99. But again, so many uses, and you don't always have to commit to the full spray bottle. You could just put a little bit for what you're using for that dish that night, spray it on, and you're good to go. Another item for people if you are on the shorter side or you just need something a little bit smaller than that ladder I showed earlier is a wooden version of a ladder. This one I did have to assemble, but you just got your little screws there. It did not take very long, and then it did come with the little squishy pads, but I think it's always great just to have a step stool around versus stepping on anything else. This one here is a little bit more expensive with $37.99, but it does have an over 200-pound capacity for this stool here. and I have not had any sort of issues with it. And just when it's slimmer like this, you can put it in the side, you can put it basically like this as well. It really does not take up very much space at all. Another item that, regardless of what type of lighting you have up top or on the side of your kitchen, it's always great to have just little night lights around. And this is a 6-pack. With these, you can find different listings if you want white light, yellow light, red light, etc. But I love this one because it is motion censored, and it's got, once it detects the light is off, it will turn on for you. So if you like wake up in the middle of the night and you need to grab some water, instead of like fully waking yourself up by turning on all of the lights, just your little night lights can guide you through the floor, or if you do, I have quite a few outlets just above the backsplash, etc. So that is great. And again, multiple uses. You don't have to use this in the kitchen. You can use it throughout your hallways, bedroom, etc. So now we've got the classic, that Anchor brand that I was speaking to. And this is a great staple, just the 1 gallon size. So this one is $31.16. I've seen these also used in bathrooms. Put like cotton balls and whatnot in here. You can put towels. There's so many. Most people I've seen put like flour, some sort of baking supplies. I've got my favorite no-cow bars in here, some granola bars, but again, too, just easy to move around whenever you shift your items, and just when it's this larger size, you can fit quite a few things in there. And again, what you're paying for with that is the high quality thick glass. I put that one in the dishwasher as well. Just may have a few watermarks, but you can just wipe those right off. For another coffee bar item, especially too if you are buying in bulk from Costco, Sam's Club, etc., you might have an influx of coffee pods. So this one specifically is for the smaller Nespresso, the espresso one versus the bigger Virtuo. But with this, I'll just take it out of the holder. But as you can see from the listing, it has that nice glass top, and it's got this wire bottom here. It goes pretty far back, so just make sure that you measure to make sure it would fit in your cupboard space. But you can see how thin it is. It's basically just a little bit taller than your actual coffee pod. Slide it right in, and then again, you can just physically see how many you have left of your coffee pods versus, I don't know about you, but I've had plenty of times where I thought I was out of something and then the box is just like hidden behind a bunch of other boxes. So with things like this, just like up front, you've got all of your stuff ready and prepped for you, and then it's kind of fun to just pull it open and you've got your little coffee there, especially if you want to switch up the colorways. Now this little timer cube can be used for cooking. I personally love to kind of like set little goals for myself with the cube. So for example, if I have all day to clean the kitchen, but I want to make sure I get it done in 10 or 15 minutes, I will set the timer cube. You just set it up and then it will display the time right down here. And then once it beeps, you're done. But it's just like a little motivation task to see what you can get done in there. So this one's got 15, 20, 30, and 60 minutes, depending on kind of your time preferences. There are different times on different cube listings. This one comes in multiple colors. I of course got the pink, but there are other colors. So that one is $8.99. Also great if you're like doing some homework or something, some work at your kitchen counter. You can also just set yourself accountable with a little timer, move it around all over. For hydration in the kitchen and or your daily life, we've got the Stanley cups. These have been a fan favorite for a long time, and they sell out so quickly. But again, the listings that you see down here are a little bit more on the expensive side just because of the out of stock status. A great item to also have on the go. These specifically will fit in a cup holder and they're sturdy, keeps things cold. I love gold, this nice little bronze. We've got the white one, and these are the 40 ounces. I've also got a 30 ounce over here just for comparison, just a little bit smaller. And then this one has a different top as well. But if you're just also needing something to motivate yourself to drink some water, I think either a straw and or a pretty cup never hurts. And also great to just bring to workout classes, etc. You've got your hydration there. Another great item that you can use for around the house random items, but again, just for that secure feeling, you can press the button and you know that it's physically set. I right now have some tea. These are specifically the OXO brand. There are different brands. You can get different sizings of packages for the physical size and or how many you want in your package that you're buying. I just did this so that I can kind of see all of my different flavors out here. You don't necessarily need to put tea in something secure. I've seen a lot of people put cereal in these or baking supplies, but again, just that great compact feel with it tall and thin to stack amongst there. You can also use it as Tupperware, and with these I've had for a few years as well, and I've never had an issue with the little top. You can also easily wash these. So they are on the more expensive side, but again, your decision if you want these long-term, short-term, quality, ask for a wedding gift, etc. I love that as a great investment piece. Now, things in the cupboards, whether you're using it for snacks, cans, canned drinks, canned goods, so many things. I've got these little coffee packets in here, some hot cocos in the back, but again, just that great thin stackable. If you didn't have something tall like this, we could stack a few up on top of each other, and I think these are especially great when you have that really tall cupboard space like I do. Is it's kind of a waste of space if you're just putting something this height and then you've got a few feet above you that you're like, this is just collecting dust here. So with this, you can get various styles. I personally love when it kind of dips down in the front so that you can just have easy access, roll down. These come in many, many sizes. And then two, you can choose listings if you want little dividers between them, if you want removable dividers, etc., just to keep it even more secure and organized between all of your items. And if you want your kitchen smelling good, something where you don't have to worry about actually physically turning something on, is the Pura device. So with this, I'll see if the camera wants to follow me this time. Come on. All right, so over here in this corner above the dishwasher, I've got the Pura plugged in to the wall. So again, not just for your kitchen, you can put it in any outlet that you want. And again, you can always change your mind, just plug it wherever you want. But the great thing about the Pura is that it is controlled by your phone. So you can set timers, you can see how many minutes you've used each scent, you can see how many minutes approximately are left for each scent. I've got the Volcano, which is the anthropology smell, in the listing and right here. great smell. And then also Homesick right here. But you can just find any other scents. They're seasonal, and you can set it on a subscribe and save if you don't even want to worry about having to think about ordering it when it does come out if you are using these consistently. But just a great way to kind of create those memories. Scent is such a big part of that. Another little easy thing is, especially too if you rinse off your dishes before you put them in the dishwasher, you have roommates, etc. These little magnets that will just kind of flip easily if you have something to show that it's clean or dirty. And with that too, I guess just remember or remind people in your household to actually flip it. But again, it's just a cute little reminder right there. And then we've also got this little fun pod. I don't know if you guys have seen these before, but they are Tupperware, essentially specifically for avocados. So I know a lot of people love avocados and they do go bad kind of quickly. So with this, you are just getting your space saver and just pops right open, and you can fit perfectly that little 1/2 of the avocado right here, and it's pretty compact, easy to wash, etc. So that concludes all of the items for the kitchen organization. You can find them all in this list post the live, and then I've also just got my kitchen organization idea list as well on there. Again, there's all of my socials if you all want to see my other real life items and daily use of all of these, but these are just the tried and true aesthetic ones. There is currently a snowstorm where I am, so if you are in need of something to do tonight or this weekend, just get some ideas of organization around your kitchen, or you can definitely use some of these within any of your other closets or bathrooms, etc. But again, my name is Megan, and thank you so much for following along with this live.